Well, hey, peepers. It's me again, Margaret. How y'all doing? Oh, me, I'm listening to the birds, drinking me a cup of coffee, and watching the sun come up over the horizon. It's been brought to my attention that just maybe you guys might be wondering why I've been posting a lot of things about what a husband's place is supposed to be. Well, 'cause there really ain't too many out there about a wives other than things that aren't necessarily true. Everything you get is submit to your husbands. Well, yeah, you're supposed to submit, but so is he. If you read the verse before that, it says husbands and wives must submit to each other. But a lot of individuals out there just want to say a woman must submit. So I wanted to give, I've been led to give, not I, but my spirit, the spirit that's in me, because God and I has been talking about that, and of course I've asked all kinds of questions. I ask questions with him just like I would with you if you were sitting right in front of me. You know, there's different marriages, different scenarios, and I hit every single one of them to ask, what about this one? What about that one? How about this one? And he said, if a man is doing what he told him to do, and I'm thinking, but did you tell every man that? If he says, if they are my children, they know. He said, don't you read the scriptures? Isn't it written that a man should love his wife? Should learn to know his wife? Should live with his wife in an understanding way? Isn't it written that a wife is the crown of her husband? Well, yeah, it is. He said she cannot be a crown if he's mistreating her. If he's putting her under his feet instead of on his head. A crown goes above a man, not beneath him. It goes on his head. And if a woman, his wife, is his crown, then he should be putting her first and foremost in the relationship. She should be polished, kept clean, kept nice, very presentable, always with a smile. I get it. He said, and if he's treating her with such respect and such understanding, then she in return will be happy. And in return, he will be treated with respect. He will be treated with understanding. But it's his job first. As Adam was first in the Garden of Eden, so too he's responsible. He's the head of house, not because he's a man, not because he's stronger, but because God said he was in charge. He was to dress and keep where he lived. So that means the man is the roof of the house, the walls of the house, and the foundation of the house. He is the protector of the home. That's what a man is. At least that's scriptural, He is supposed to do that. He is supposed to love his wife as Christ loved the church. And what did Christ do? He died for it. He said, what better than a man lay down his life for his friend? And what is his wife? It's supposed to be his best friend. Think about that. And so God was constantly, talking to me about that. And so I kept getting this, well, I believe that God is disappointed in the man-child, so to speak. Not the woman-child, but the man-child. Because if the man-child, the men, if his children who are boys or men, would do as their father says, instead of misinterpreting and following false teachers, but instead following the Spirit, the world wouldn't be in the shape it's in. So he's quite disappointed. So that's the reason I've been making those videos, or not making them, but sharing them, in hopes that the young men who may follow me, or the young women who may follow me, can share those with the men, not as a bashing, not as a I'm telling you what to do, but to share that gospel so that they understand what God expects from them. Because, and I'm going to say it, because the churches, I've spoke to many individuals who are male and female. Most churches of today, and churches of years and long ago, do not teach what God expects of a man and woman before they marry. Whenever you go to get married, do you ever have any preacher counsel you first to say, this is what God expects of you as a woman in your marriage? This is what God expects of you as a man in your marriage. And everything that the world has taught you, you need to open the garbage pail, you need to throw it in there and shut it and never look at it again. Because when you're single and in the world, everything's so different. But when you come together as one unit, you're one. It's not my way, your way. It's our way. And they don't teach that anymore. They just marry people. Now you have officiants, is what they call them. Officiants, I think it is. Or it's just somebody who goes out there and says, yeah, I'll marry you. I got the rights to marry you. And they take them out there and they just marry them, but they don't go over with them what's expected. So, I've been putting those out there. And I hope this helps you guys understand. We need to be telling our children before they marry what's expected. What their, role is, so to speak. Because some of us have it confused that, we both can be dominant in the entire household. And that's not true. Yes, you are equals. Yes. But we don't go by feeling. We go by what God said. And a man is supposed to protect his home. He is the stronger vessel, and the woman is the weaker vessel. A man is built with all the muscles to do so. And a woman, yes, she has muscle, but she is to birth babies. She is given a nurturing spirit, and man is given a protective spirit. So there's a difference. Whether we like it or not, there is a difference. And we must behave according to that difference. Give a man what's rightfully his, and give a woman what's rightfully hers. Anyway, that is why I was putting all those videos out there. I hope this helps somebody in understanding as to why I was putting those out there, because God and I was talking about marriage and what the positions are and who's responsible for what. And that particular bit of information that I'm posting is what God is so, well, he's saddened about it. You know, he's disappointed because we should be teaching the next generation what their role is. Well, I love you. I hope you got something out of this. And remember, Almighty God is waiting. He's watching. And he loves you unconditionally. So listen for him, because he's listening for you. I love y'all.